Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a first look at the iPhone 10. Now this is the final retail box of the iPhone 10, and for those who were lucky enough to pre-order this device, they will be getting their phones on the 3rd of November. The iPhone 10 is available in two variants, the silver and space gray in 64 and 256 gigabyte. This one is the silver with 256 gigabyte of onboard storage. The unboxing experience is pretty much what we've seen in the past with Apple devices. So the box on the outside does show the iPhone 10's full display over at the front. Now removing the top part of the box reveals this little booklet, which does say designed by Apple in California. Inside you do get the Hello booklet as well, which does give you certain information about the device, the new changes, how to get back to your home screen, and all of those quick tips. You also get a SIM ejector tool inside the box in the Indian variant. If you're getting it with a carrier in certain other countries, you may not get the SIM ejector tool. Some additional safety and security information along with a country-specific guide for safety, and then you also get the standard Apple stickers. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the iPhone 10. As you can see, it is the silver color over here. Now even though it's called the silver color, it's basically got a chrome hardened stainless steel, which is Apple's own alloy, and on the back is more white than silver. I'm going to place it to the side for the time being, and if you go further inside, you'll see the standard set of Apple EarPods along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. You also get Apple's standard lightning cable and a country-specific wall charger. This is also pretty standard. So that's basically everything inside the box of the iPhone 10. It's time to take a look at the device itself. So I also have the Apple iPhone 10 specific silicone case. This is pretty standard from Apple. Very easy to open packaging, and you can see that cutout for the iPhone 10 camera at the back. It's got a really nice finish. In fact, feels like a leather cover, but it is a silicone cover. On the inside, you also have this soft-lined fabric sort of material that is on the inside to protect the phone from getting any sort of scratches. It's a really good snug fit with really accurate cutouts. So that kind of looks nice. I might use the phone with this case on for a bit as well. Now that I've got my SIM in there, it's pretty standard practice to set up this device, including selecting your language, your location, and all of those. But one of the most important aspects of this giant display device is the Face ID camera and its setup. It's fairly easy. It will read your face 2 times, and you need to basically spin your head around in a circle twice for it to recognize all the points of your face to be able to recognize your face with Face ID. So over at the front is what Apple is calling the true depth camera. It is a 7-megapixel camera, which does have portrait mode and portrait lighting mode as well. You also get the ability to make animojis with this, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. It does capture 1080p video, and it is an f2.2 aperture equipped camera. Below that you get this giant display. Now on this device it is a 5.8-inch display with one of the highest resolutions that Apple has used on a smartphone, a 2436 by 1125 pixel, giving this device a 458 pixels per inch. Now this is a true tone display along with a wide color gamut of P3, so whether you have sRGB content or P3 content, it will play very well on this. You also get 625 nits of brightness along with a oleophobic coating. Now this is Apple's first OLED display as well, and it looks pretty nice on the phone. It also has a 1:1 contrast ratio, which enables them to basically black out the top bar to give you a better looking overall display in certain apps. Now the device is missing any form of home button. It is replaced by a software gesture mode, but over at the bottom of the phone is your standard lightning port, which sits directly in the center, along with 2 grills which are flanking the lightning port. One is a speaker while the other is a microphone. Over to the right is your large power button now. Just below the power button is also your SIM tray. There's nothing over at the top of the device, and on the left you will find your mute switch along with the volume buttons. Now on the back are dual 12-megapixel cameras, both of which now have optical image stabilization. The wide camera has an f1.8 aperture, whereas the telephoto camera now has a 2.4 aperture, giving you optical zoom of up to 2x. You also get portrait mode and portrait lighting, which is something similar to what we've seen on the iPhone 8 in the past, and you can also now capture 4K video at 60 frames per second and slow-mo video at 240 frames per second at 1080p, which is pretty impressive. And because now you have a glass back panel, the phone does support wireless charging, as was the case with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. But while some of the apps work with the full display, including YouTube and Instagram, some apps, including Snapchat, which will use the true depth camera to map faces, will be available once this phone officially launches. So an update to Snapchat will be available, and when you buy this phone and download that app, it should work with the iPhone 10 straight out of the box. Now, Face ID does have machine learning in it, so it will recognize your facial changes over a period of time, and you do require to enter in your passcode frequently so that the device learns your face over a period of time, and once it does that, it will automatically start unlocking more accurately. So while I registered my face with a beard, when I unlocked it the next day, I removed my beard completely, and once I entered my passcode the first time, it unlocked the device and continued to unlock it without any problem. So Face ID does have this machine learning in it. A lot of questions about how Face ID works is quite interesting. In fact, Face ID works from mostly all angles, and we found it to work quite efficiently. Now let's look at some of the gestures that you need to run to be able to use this device. So every time you need to go back to the home screen, you pull from the bottom and release. So basically you pull up from the bottom and release your finger from the screen and you reach the home screen. If you want to reach the multitasking panel, you pull up from the center and then hold on the screen, and then the multitasking panel comes up, and then you can scroll through your currently running applications. If you want to reach the control center, it's on the top right of the device, so you swipe down from the top right, and if you want to access your notifications, you just pull down from the top, is where you get your notification shade. If you swipe left from there, you can also go to your dashboard. All of these features, mostly all of them are the same except the control center and the home screen, which is something that will require a bit of getting used to. A feature that was really talked about is Animoji. It uses the front true depth camera to calculate expressions and then implement them in emojis. A few set of emojis are available to use at the beginning, and they are really accurate and capture your expression really well. They're a lot of fun to use as well, and you should have found something on our social media networks. So if you haven't already followed us on Instagram and Twitter, links to those in the description below. And guys who already saw our Animoji, do let us know in the comment section below as well. The front-facing camera also has the portrait mode now, which works really well on the front-facing camera, the true depth camera. And these are some of the features that Apple has really pushed with the new iPhone X. But the main feature remains the display, which is more or less edge to edge, a great amount of brightness, and an overall brand new design from the original iPhone, dropping the home button. Now, we'll be reviewing this phone in the coming days, so if you have any questions or queries regarding the iPhone 10, do let us know in the comment section below. If you don't already, guys, subscribe to iGAN for more such videos. This has been Bharat. I will see you guys in the next one.